stuck inside my head. Remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there. Trust, dependency, love, respect. I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said. You told me you loved me, you kissed and you hugged me, then you smile and look in my eyes and tell me that you'll always be right there.
No, you let me down.
That's my jam, I promise you.
Listen, shout out to K-Swo, the homie. Shout out to K-Swo for the song.
K-Swo, I love you.
I'm gonna send y'all one of his other songs that is one of my favorites as well. But hey y'all.
Hey people.
Hey everybody.
Hey girls.
We are up in here.
I ain't took the thing down yet because I need y'all to see what we talking about.
What we talking about?
We is talking about girls gone wild. Girls gone
Y'all ain't
wild.
ready. Y'all not ready for it.
Bam, bam, bam,
Bam, bam, bam, bam.
Pew, 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 pew.
What's that?
It's y'all foghorn.
we did it wrong. Genesis, we did it wrong.
Foghorn suck.
My horn off the chain. Pew, 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 pew.
That's all fast.
That's one of the baby gun.
And we gonna be Aggie with it. Pew, 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 pew.
Yeah, that's
How y'all doing?
I'm good, aunties. How y'all doing? How the aunties? How the aunties on the night?
Made it to the Friday. We made it to the Friday.
We made it to Friday.
What we tripping, what we sipping.
Huh?
I said what we sipping, what we tripping, what we tripping, what we sipping.
What we sipping? I'm just drinking ginger beer.
Ooh.
Have you tried the flavor?
I got something in this big ass container, but I ain't gonna tell what it is.
That is a big ass container.
Big ass container.
So it's a big ass drink in that big ass container.
They do have a pineapple ginger beer that I love, but I didn't feel like tackling the crowd up in Kroger, so I got this from Aldi.
I tried a strawberry one and a blueberry, baby. Mix it with my tequila.
Yep, and they have I love the pineapple one. That's my favorite. The pineapple ginger beer.
I like ginger anything actually.
I see ginger.
There we go.
Whatever I've had in my refrigerator,
what
I have like some apple juice. It's mixed with mango and something else, and then I put some dry champagne in there. Make me a little fake ass mimosa.
That's a fake ass mimosa. That's a real mimosa.
Fake ass mimosa because I think I had champagne too long, so the little fizz,
the bubbles went away.
So it's flat, but it's good, you know.
Jesus, Devontae Christ. Hey y'all, we got Tiffany.
Hey Tiffany Red.
Hey Tiffany.
Hey Mama Ayla.
Hey Mama Ayla.
Fuji la la. What up, baby?
Hey,
Bo. She said she's drinking water. That's
Who
just
drinking
Mind
me.
your
water?
business. Shut up,
Oh, she's
girl.
talking about you.
Mm-hmm.
Shut up. Just tell her shut up.
Keep it super successful. Hey, y'all. Hey.
Hey, keep it
So listen, tonight we gonna let me do the intro. I always forget because I be excited to hop on into the topic.
Yeah.
Welcome y'all to another dope episode of PGC After Dark with the Crazy Rich Aunties. You got me, Auntie Leo Rochelle up in this thing, and then right next to me, we got Auntie Ayla at the Pleasure Principal Zone
What up?
up
What
in
up?
here.
Whoop, whoop, whoop.
Yeah, right here, we got Auntie Michelle at Keep It Super Successful.
Hey,
And right
y'all.
there,
Right.
we got Auntie
Okay.
Jen at Genesis Unique. Y'all make sure y'all go follow all the aunties. And make sure you go follow PGC After Dark on all podcast streaming platforms
Mhm.
Please
and
do.
on all social media outlets.
You heard?
At
all of
PGC After Dark. We on all of them. Facebook,
Mm.
Instagram, Twitter, and then it's one big page on TikTok at PGC Podcast. So make sure y'all go follow us over there. Get in tune with all we got going on and got coming up because it's about to go down.
Basement.
Off the bed.
no basement.
Y'all ain't ready? I'm going to tell you.
They isn't not ready. They isn't
Mm-mm.
not.
Mm-mm.
Period. You better tell them.
Period.
Period, Pooh.
So tonight we is talking about girls gone wild. We talking about the girls in the wild. Listen,
Mm-hmm.
let me tell y'all about the girlies that done gone wild.
What they did.
So we are literally going into this with the mindset of discussing how over sexualizing ourselves or how other young women have over sexualized themselves to the point of possible danger and possibly putting themselves in danger to be sexually assaulted. April is Sexual Assault Prevention Month. So, we are going to talk about some ways to prevent sexual assault and giving some tips and ways to make sure that you are keeping yourself safe and all of that good stuff. So, I do have a video that I saw that I wanted to discuss off top because it was perfect and fitting for the conversation that we're having tonight. So let's get into it. Well, old girl say they be making the drinking video. Let's do it. I love. Let's do it.
Black women who were sexualized during slavery, who were being raped by their slave masters. That's what we're talking about. We're talking about that.
That shit's still important. That shit's still important.
No, but you got to think about the roots of everything. So it's like, don't then come back and blame us for using our sexuality to invite ourselves or be invited into spaces when that's what's presented to us. That's what we had to do to survive, literally.
And it actually gets so much deeper than this. I think she made a very profound point that is worth acknowledging and thinking about for a very long time. What she's referring to is the generational trauma from the hypersexualization of black women in America, and I see real validity to that. Of course, there is the case of black female slaves getting raped by their slave masters, but as time progresses to modern day, you see this forced sexualization start to become voluntary and used as an advantage. Women, but black women especially, will over-sexualize themselves as a means to gain access to opportunities and open doors that would otherwise remain closed. The girl in the video articulated this as a cope mechanism used by them to get into clubs and parties, but it goes way deeper than just that. I mean, just think about all the mainstream black female rappers and then think about some of the things they had to do to be as famous as they are. Like Nicki Minaj, Megan Thee Stallion and Cardi B. Even the new kid on the block, Ice Spice. Why do you think she broke out into stardom the way she did? It's true, this hypersexualization of black women in America is real and could be a result of generational trauma stemming all the way from slavery. And black women who conform to this trauma and use it to their advantage can't be completely to blame because they're just acting out a coping mechanism. But it's important we become completely aware of this because while it is a cope mechanism, that won't stop the generational trauma from continuing on. My black women, don't continue the cycle and affirm the label they try to manipulate you with of sexually liberated woman. Y'all are so much more than that.
Excuse me.
So, what y'all thinking?
Yeah, a lot to unpack, isn't it?
It is.
Jesus.
Look, as I look down, I'm like, oh Lord. Well, there you go.
Well, your titties is right.
Meow.
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 They are definitely tittying.
Definitely.
I mean, I don't know. It's there, but I'm not. And good topic, right? Because I'm not trying to do that. They're just right there.
Facts. Actual facts.
I am
Actual
not trying to
factual.
do that. That's where the load begins. So, hey,
Not that's where the low
that's where the
begins.
load begins. I
We'll
cannot
pass
help
some
it.
over here.
Oh Lord, here she
Listen.
go.
Yeah.
So, what do y'all think about the video?
The first thing that popped in my head is Sarah Bartman. When she started saying what she was saying, the very first thing that popped in my head was her. If people who don't know, she was the black woman who they did experiments, all these experiments and stuff on, trying to understand how black people operate and the blood and just all the stuff that they did. But then they also put her body on display. In some forms, a lot of us black women are shaped, and the BBL community is shaped like Sarah Bartman. It's like it took a full 200, 300, 400 circle because they used to put, like I said, they used to put her on display in museums and stuff like that because of how much butt she had and how big her breast was and how her body proportioned that way. It basically BBL form at this point, but you know, one of BBL is going on in the 1700s. So it kind of made me think about that and how we've been over sexualized. I mean, women in general have been over sexualized, but black women, it's just it's one of those things. Like, in all honesty, I want to say me and Genesis talked about this over the weekend. I can't remember, but I think I remember us talking about it. And I didn't really necessarily embrace my curves until like a few years ago. I couldn't stand it. I hated it. I couldn't stand how women was getting BBLs and stuff like that. And I'm shaped the way I am, and I don't like the attention. I don't like that the first thing when somebody looks at me, they automatically assume because I'm shaped the way I'm shaped and because I'm a dark-skinned woman that I'm a freak or whatever. And so me being a part of Bedroom Candy and doing that was me basically trying to take my sexuality back.
Right.
And it's super sad that a lot of young girls, and especially young black girls, do feel like in order for them to even have a voice, be heard, be seen, be loved, is if they over-sexualize themselves. And some of us is just like, I just want to look good in my clothes.
Right. That's definitely my goal. I want to look good in my clothes. And even when you're going out looking for clothes, and like you said, our body composition right now, that's pretty much what our clothes. I mean, I have something on now that kind of fits what I'm talking about, right? For our body, if we're big breasted, we don't really want anything all the way up here to our neck, right? And I used to try to wear shirts to cover stuff up, but my sister was like, I can't even understand what you're saying when you're trying to do videos or anything like that because you got the collar all the way up here, right? So you just look so uncomfortable. So then she talked about, cutting it like Leo has hers. She can cut this part open and make herself, I guess, freer. It feels better. It does feel better, right?
I hate a collar on my t-shirts. I swear to you, I cut every neck out of my shirt simply for the fact that most t-shirt collars are like right here, and I
Exactly.
feel like, mm-mm,
Yeah,
mm-mm,
exactly. But I
mm-mm.
mean, growing up as a kid, your mom will tell you, put your shirt down, make sure it's covering your butt. You know what I'm saying? So they kind of help shape my mind to like, don't show so much as a young girl growing up. But when you get to like college days and stuff like that, that's when you really do see girls go wild, right? Because they're free, they're
Mhm.
exploring their sexuality, they're out there saying, "Hey, this low cut looks great on me," or this high body con looks great. I mean, a lot of the girls I see it stop just under the curve, right? There's no pulling it down. There's nothing. They do, and they're comfortable like that. Like I can't. I mean, it's
I
not for
can't.
my age group anyway. But I mean, I did. There's some women my age that will go out there and do it, but I cannot. Right, bring it down just a little bit and still have some decorum about myself. But like if I felt like one of them fancy free women, shut up. Exactly, pull the shirt
You
down.
gotta pull the shirt down.
Exactly, pull it down. But even if I was to go out there and try to be like any one of these girls right here with the skirt that stops mid thigh, somebody was like, "Oh, she wants something."
Hmm.
See, I'm gonna give her what she looking for, right? So you gotta be careful. You just have to be careful.
But the thing is, if I'm wearing something that is comfortable to me, then why
Mm-hmm.
do I have to be careful in how I'm wearing it? It's like I don't know if y'all remember that teacher a few years ago, and she's gorgeous shaped. Um,
Teacher
and
Bay.
Teacher Bay, and she had on dresses and things like that. That because of her curves, everybody like, oh, she shouldn't wear that. But
Mm-hmm.
if flat bodied Becky wore the same thing,
Mm-hmm.
it wouldn't be, no, it'd be like, oh, she's so stylish or she's so cute. And it's crazy because the job that I work at now, my first day there, I was told about this dress code, right? Which we really don't have, but whatever. This is supposed to be the dress code. And they're like, you can't wear a dress this long or this short and with that and da 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 da. I said,
Mm-hmm.
okay. As I am, no, this is my interview. As I'm leaving the interview, a girl walks past me. She's not very curvy. She probably has a nice chest, but as far as everything else is concerned, and her dress was like short, like
Mm-hmm.
so short. But I guess because she wasn't curvy, nobody said anything. Everybody complimented her. Oh, that's a cute dress. Oh, that's really, really nice. Oh, I like the way you're wearing that. Now, had I worn that and it would have sat in that same space,
Spot,
it would have
yeah.
been like, Ayla, you have to have a decorum about yourself.
Mm-hmm.
I would have had a
Mm-hmm.
talking to.
It would have been a conversation, and it would have been possibly a write up. You probably would have got
Yeah.
sent home.
Yes,
All of that kind of stuff.
that is true.
Um, I really think that when he said like sexually liberated, like be mindful that that society is telling us you can be sexually liberated. You can be. Just because you are sexually liberated does not limit you to being. It does not put you in the category of being a slut or being a
Mm-hmm.
whore or being loose. Like you could just enjoy what you enjoy, and that does not mean that you are out here in these streets. Like that don't mean you for the streets because you enjoy what you enjoy. Like you could be very selective, but also very liberated in the way that
Mhm.
maneuver, in the way
Yeah.
that you move, which you
Yep.
should be, because ain't nobody out here trying to be fixing a pH all the time simply because you out here loose as a goose. But then
Exactly.
on the other
Right.
hand, there are some women that are out here loose and as a goose and doing a thing and all that kind of stuff. But we can't. The thing about it is that society judges those women, but at the same time, like we never talk about the responsibility of the man. We
Baby.
never talk, like we never have those conversations. Every time that we have a conversation when it comes to sexuality or having kids or birth control and all those kind of things, it is always the responsibility of the woman. Oh well, the woman is responsible for making sure she don't get pregnant. Well, ain't it his responsibility too to make sure that I don't?
Pretty sure.
And he is. Because where's his condom?
Right. And isn't it his responsibility to make sure that you know that you aren't being a creep? That's your responsibility to make sure you aren't being a creep, that you aren't approaching me, or because you are enjoying something that you like to see, or like you see something that you enjoy, that you think that means you can automatically put your hands on it, that you can automatically touch it, that you are entitled to any part of me because I have it on display. Just because you go in the jewelry store and they got rings on display, that don't mean you entitled to it.
Right.
Same goes for me and my body. Like, even the more it goes for my body, like, it's mine. This is mine. And none of this belongs to you. So I think one of the biggest issues that I have when it comes to how people talk about women being mindful of their over sexualization, a lot of times they forget the part that we didn't do this to ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
We didn't do that to ourselves.
Right.
Right. Society did that, you know, and men did that. And let's not even go to the fact that it wasn't black men who did it to us.
No.
Facts.
You know what I'm saying? It was not black men who did it to us. So it's a lot. Like, that one video is a lot to unpack within itself. So
yeah.
Because it turns to the time, when do we say enough is enough? Like, we're not responsible for it happening to us or being positioned in this state. However, when do we say, I'm not about to do this no more? And can we really say or expect someone to respect us after we have fallen into this state? Once we start to over sexualize ourselves, can we say, oh, can we take that back, that respect back afterwards? You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
That's what what's that girl name?
Black China.
Thank you for reading.
You know exactly who you was talking about.
Yes.
I think that is possible. I think that whatever space or mental that you were once upon a time as a child or a teenager or whatever, and then if you get to the point where you change that thought, I mean, we change constantly. Every 5, 6, 7 years, we're changing our thought process. We may be changing our mattresses, like, we change.
Right.
And so if at one point you wanted to be out here just throwing ass and getting money and getting money from men left and right and doing whatever with your body, okay, and now you're like, you know what, that's not who I want to be anymore. I want to be changed. I want to be different. I mean, Jesus had Mary Magdalene along the road with him, so why y'all tripping about Black China, any other woman that decides that she no longer wants to, in a nice way, pimp her pussy out the frame? Like, if you decide that that's not what you want to do anymore, then there should be nothing stopping you from changing that. But I know a lot of women sometimes get to the point where they feel like they can't change it because they feel like they'll lose the people around them, or they'll lose certain things that they're so used to or comfortable with, or that they want.
It's that money too. Like, once they because even she took a chance. Unfortunately, she took a chance. I feel like she looks so much more beautiful how she is right now.
Yes.
After taking all that stuff out, like, the natural beauty is just she's happier.
Comes right through.
Now the thing with her is that she had to choose differently. She said, forget the money. This is about my future and my kids seeing this and how I present myself.
And her health.
And her health.
Yeah.
And now it's crazy that a lot of females nowadays, money rules all. Not self-respect, not your self-love, none of that. But money, because think about how many people say probably chewing her out right now for even changing any. Oh, that wouldn't be me. I ain't gonna ever stop my money. It's like it's unfortunate.
Her mother is one of them.
Huh?
Her mother
Right.
is one of them.
Mm.
Right.
I
Right.
just saw something earlier today. Her mama is on some video flexing her body and showing how flexible she is.
How old is this
Mm-hmm.
woman?
Yeah,
But see, I mean, most
55.
people believe that the more money they have, the better quality of life
Yeah,
they
right.
get to experience. You know what I'm saying? But when you live fast, it's gonna catch up to you even
Yeah.
faster.
And
You
look,
know,
She
even
going.
as I was trying to find like some type of content on YouTube, when I put in "Girls Gone Wild," what goes back is like the stuff that happened in the
in
'90s
the 90s,
when, well,
yeah,
yeah, when they had that whole Girls Gone Wild commercial situation. And
baby.
I started going down this rabbit hole, and I was like, "Oh Lord, why am I up at 1:30 in the morning watching this crap?" But ultimately, the young girls were like 14, 15 years old, didn't know what they were doing in the Girls Gone Wild stuff, and didn't know that their likeness was going to be spread all over America. You know, so with the Girls Gone Wild today, I'm wondering, do they ever think about what they're doing on the internet and how it's going to reflect later on down the road for them, you know?
No,
And if
I don't
it
think
is,
they
it's
do.
very quick. It's
Yeah.
a very quick thought, and everything else oversees it. Like,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Whatever attention that they need that they haven't received. Because I think I'm not going to say that most of these young ladies had bad upbringings, because we honestly don't know. But for the most part, when you look at a lot of these girls and their upbringings, it's not the best. Something happened, something
Right.
went astray, some type of lack of attention, no father in the household, or the father was in the household, but he never paid attention to her, or was abusive
too
to the
much.
mother, or he paid too much attention to her. So
Right.
we don't know in what dynamic or aspect that a lot of these girls, where they're coming from, why they think the way that they think. But a good portion of it stems from childhood. And you can always make the decision that I'm going to let what happens or happened in my childhood be this catalyst for me to just say, I don't give a fuck. I got everything hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Let it loose. Or you can say, that's not what I want to do. I want
Yeah.
better for myself. But it not everybody is built like that.
Right.
Now you know how Cardi B, she's never one to shy away from all of the work that she got on her. Um, she recently was talking about the injections, and she tries to talk any young girl out about getting the injections.
Mm-hmm.
However, she's all for plastic surgery. I forgot the reason why she said she's. I don't know if she said she just likes to look good, or did it stem from something else with her?
Mm.
I don't know, but Cardi was so beautiful. Like before she did all of the stuff to her face and all of that kind of stuff. And
Yeah, I
I
don't like what
wonder,
she did to her face now. I don't like that.
I wondered like at what point in being a part of the industry do you like does something click that you're not beautiful enough or that you're not pretty enough or
Mm-hmm.
that you're not accepted as you are because like the same thing with Lil Kim. Like Lil Kim did all this stuff to her face and
Man.
um even people that we don't really talk about who did a lot of stuff to their face like Vivica Fox. Like Vivica Fox did a lot of stuff
Yeah.
to herself
Yeah,
and it does not look good. Like
With a pink.
Right.
black don't crack.
we
You
don't.
know what I'm saying? It
You
don't
can
crack
smooth
if
it
you up
out.
here taking. You know what I'm saying? If you taking care of yourself, black don't crack. Like yeah, it might get a little. It might get a little ashy.
It will
Might get a
definitely get
little
at you.
ashy, but
Okay.
and then depending on how you're tending to your body and your well needs, like we really do not look very old. Like, it's a lot of people don't think I'm damn near 40. Like, I literally tell people my age regularly, and they be like, "What?"
No, for real.
No.
And yeah, like even all of us on this panel, like none of us look like, you know what I'm saying? We're almost 40 or over 40. Like, come on. But I do have a video of Black China. That's what I was over here doing. That's why I had to. But I was making sure I found a video of her of the before and after. So here we go.
Oh, okay. All the pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. Pretty girls walk like this, 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 this. All the pretty girls walk like big boss vet. Pull up in the vet, flooded out my wrist with some ice around my neck. Shitting on my ex, on to the next. He know this pussy good cause he always come back. I like diamonds, shiny, fly me to an island. If I say I want it, then you know he gon' buy it. Foreign, private, designer, stylist. I'll throw attention, know a bitch to get childish. Go dumb on the dick, know he loving the moves. If I'm fucking with him, he ain't fucking with you. Made him blow a bag.
Yeah.
And she looks so happy. She looks
like
better. She is happy with the choices that she made for herself. And they even said like she just recently got baptized and some other things that she's done since taking her fillers out and everything. So I was never a fan of Black China, but I can definitely say I'm a fan of hers now.
No, for real.
Yeah.
Because she's in the forefront and really like changing herself. Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? She's doing a lot of things to put herself out there in order to look her best, but her best for her, like her version of her best, not what somebody else is requiring of her, what she thinks other people want from her at this point. It's like she want to be happy, and that don't mean money.
And she's not denying how she got to where she is. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's one of the biggest things about being true to yourself is not denying the things or the steps or the negative effects or anything that helped you get to that position, because all that, whether positive or negative, that's all about your growth. Like, so it's like those stepping stones are important because people can relate to her story. People can, instead of being like her, if she started denying it, they'd be like, okay, this like, and you know what I'm saying? But now they have something to relate to instead of just looking at the after. You have to look at the struggle so you can get to that after. That's what makes the difference.
And that's like, nope, never mind.
What? No.
I'm just gonna say that's like people who have weight loss surgery, but then be doing all of these videos like they didn't have weight loss surgery. Like it's okay.
It's right.
Like
it drives me insane.
You got your reasons why you had to get it. Like, tell that story. Tell
the truth.
Right.
Right, because we'd rather hear that instead of you go get the weight loss surgery and then come back on TikTok like, look at me, I did it keto.
Self-made.
I just took these pills and lost all this weight.
Exactly. And you too can have it for $19.99. Check the link in my bio.
Luma Simmons. That's what they get on there doing. Luma Simmons.
Yeah, when I
did it for free.
You stupid.
I just paid shipping and handling.
Exactly.
Yeah, like they get on there like they be on there, you know, fronting like they didn't
struggle to get there.
Like, yeah, like they didn't have to, like they didn't do the weight loss surgery and they didn't do all those things. Like, I'm not mad at nobody who get the surgery. Do what you feel is best for you and your life and your body, but don't get on here lying about it. Right. And then you got people listening to you or following your lead or you know, following your direction. And that's not what you did. And so I do love the fact that Black China is like, hey, this was what I did. I did have an OnlyFans. I did get fillers at 19. Yeah. And that's I was also looking at like what happened in her life that made her think she needed all of that at 19.
Right, her mama.
See her mama?
Maybe. Yeah.
Because her mama toxic as fuck.
Her mama toxic and her mama got all that. She got the fillers, she got everything.
Oh wow.
I ain't gonna lie, when I was younger, Man, it took everything. I buttoned my shit up to my damn chin. My mama even had to tell me, girl, unbutton one of the buttons. Now she be telling me to put my things away. I tell her I'm trying to get you a sundial, but I don't even have them out. But in her, like back in her day, the modesty is more. You know what I'm saying?
Yes,
So any
yes.
little bit of cleavage is probably too much, but in today's society, it's not enough. Like I could show like a little crease in. To back in the day, that would be like, bitch, put that away. But now it's like, bitch, show your whole titty. Like,
Yeah. I mean, speaking of the foundation, it's like, I don't know, girls today that are like 16, 17 already had their first drink and, are partying like a rock star. It's like, I had my first drink. My mom was like, when you go out, like my first little date to a restaurant, she was like, you could order a white wine spritzer. So it was like you had to get this white wine, but it had to be watered down with some type of club soda or soda. So like I thought I was doing some shit, with my little white wine spritzer. sitting there, sitting at my first date with my little white wine spritzer. Now these little young kids out here today, they know how to make a whole cocktail.
They don't do so.
Well, I ain't even gonna hold you. We knew how to make cocktails at like 13, baby.
See, that's what I'm saying. I mean,
we was drinking young.
Yeah.
But the main reason why was because one of my best friends, her mom was lost my whole earring. One of her mom was a bartender. So that was one reason why. So we were just trying to steal her drinks and learn stuff.
Yeah.
And then the other reason was just because we was just in the suburbs doing shit. Like that was it.
But it was a controlled environment though, right?
I mean, we wasn't going to no clubs or anything like that. We were in the house just drinking, being teenagers, the way I look at it, being teenagers. Absolutely. But I want to say something about the fillers real quick. They're not for us. Fillers are not for us.
You say it for the people in the back, because you know who I'm sick of seeing with a filler is Tiny from SWV with them lips. What is happening? What is going on?
We was talking about Smokey Robinson the other night.
Yes, we were talking about her, but why do she have those lips? For what?
They did a picture side by side of her one day with Miss Piggy, and I said,
don't make me.
Because when I say it fit, I said God, but then I remember her from being younger and listening to Escape, like and having the album and watching them, and I'm like, she's always been cute. Yeah. She's always been very, but from my understanding, the reason why she ended up doing that was because I don't know if she had got like a stroke or something happened. Something happened why she ended up getting it, but then now it's just out of hand.
See, because the heathen part of me was like, well, what was they trying to do? Even her lip out with the filler, or did it drop down? And then they tried to fill it up? Like what?
I don't know, girl. I just know I don't like
look at me like that.
I don't know, but either way, I feel like she just did all of that. Like even the stuff that she did to her eyes, it's like, okay, what was that for?
And her daughter followed right behind her and almost lost her vision.
Damn.
Okay. She had a car accident and a mild stroke.
Oh.
And that's why she had to get the surgery on her face.
Interesting.
She had to.
Fujila said somebody said Zonique's dad broke her jaw. She said she don't know how true that is though.
Who is Zonique?
Her daughter. Her daughter.
Oh, the oldest.
Yeah.
Okay, I get that. If whatever happened to her face happened to her face, I get that. But then why the BBL?
And why the eyes?
Yeah, the blue
Yeah, I
eyeball
don't know
thing.
what I.
Mm-hmm.
What
Like
I.
that's wild though. Like you
You
went
really
that
taking a
far.
chance. Like,
Like my eyes, nigga. Never mind. Leave them
no,
alone.
for
I
real.
like
They have
seeing.
contacts.
I
They
like
got
seeing.
contacts. Like, you know how to
Exactly.
do
They got
that?
Right.
contact.
Yeah.
You decided to change the whole pigmentation.
Yep.
And then do you even know the long term
Effects
effects
of
of
that.
that?
Well,
Like, you may not
that's
have
the
lost
whole thing.
your vision right now, but do you know down the line what'll happen when you get older? Like, that's weird.
I don't know who said it, but somebody said she wanted to look like an ant.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm.
Somebody else
She
petty as
wanted
shit.
to look like,
Mm-mm.
Girl,
people is
whoever said that, I'm praying them.
I'm trying to be
they
so
is
good over
childish.
here. I'm trying to be good. I'm trying to be so good.
Damn. Tell them to be
One of
out
y'all
there.
aunties gonna draw me out today, and it's gonna be a giggle fest. I'm trying to be good. Y'all
Somebody
know how
is
I
childish for that.
Tell them
get.
leave your life right now. Because this is it.
But
Shit.
I don't know. I think I do have another video. It's kind of like triggering though because like the beginning of it is literally talking about what we just got through saying as far as the over sexualization of black women stems from men. And this guy is saying that it don't. But yeah, let's dive into this.
Black women, over sexualization starts with you, not with men. You're not going to change our nature.
Hey, black woman here. I was wearing a sweater and sweatpants, so I don't know how much more modest I could have gotten. How do you feel about that statement that it's legitimately within your nature to assault women if they're not dressed modestly? I'm genuinely curious. Comment below. Circling back to the women, I don't know about you, but I know women who are wearing a bathing suit, church clothes, her PJs, a tracksuit. So it's looking like it's not really the clothes that are the problem. What a concept, right? What a concept. Why the fuck was this on my For You? And why the fucketh is this guy's page still up? Is what I'm, and my videos get taken down for hate speech, and then are we not seeing a trend? Because I'm seeing a trend.
I see it too, girl.
Yep.
I see it too. And she's 100% fucking right. The fuckery.
Yeah.
The fuckery.
I have a whole.
But his page is down now. Like once I clicked
Amen.
on it trying to go to the original video, it was like this video is not available. Like his page wasn't even up. But there were a lot of people in the comments saying how dangerous it was what he was saying, and the information that he was putting out there is pretty much like it's in men's nature to take and pillage and rape, and it's like what?
Why do they always get okay for their supposed actions that are embedded in
In
them?
their
Or that,
nature,
yeah,
yeah.
it's some
Right.
bullshit.
What if it was in my nature to lay down with my legs? Like, what if that was in my nature? Like, who said
Right.
it wasn't?
Right.
But you know what I'm saying? I think it becomes idiotic and unexcusable how men have gotten to this place where they feel entitled to women's bodies or entitled to information from women. Like there was, and I've talked about this before because it just threw me. Like there was a guy in Houston, might have been outside of Houston, but he a girl, he was trying to talk, to a girl, trying to get her number or whatever, and she was like, no thank you, I have a boyfriend. This man robbed her.
Wow.
Like literally robbed her at the gas station because she told him, no thank you, I have a boyfriend. The generation that is coming up now has this level of entitlement, this level of
Yeah.
bitch assness, a
Mm-hmm.
level of crybaby. They don't like the word no, they don't like all of that kind of shit. And we are raising a new generation of cavemen. who do not like the word no, who do not like rejection. And even like it was a young girl in Chicago. She was walking to her car. A guy was trying to talk to her or whatever, and she, kept trying to turn him down nicely. You trying to be nice, trying to turn him down nicely. He raped her and killed her in her car in a parking garage.
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yes, because she kept telling him no, because she told him no, because she told him she was not interested, because she told him I'm good. You know what I'm saying? And she was trying to be nice about it. And so that's the other part of trying to be a woman, just being naturally yourself, regardless of where you are, what you got on, what you're doing. Like, you can't even nicely turn guys down these days without them harming you, without them wanting to harm you, or without them um, disrespecting you.
Verbally, right? Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You know, and it was so funny because what was it, Thursday night, the other night, somebody texted my phone and I was like, yeah, who is this?
Oh,
And
yeah.
so I didn't know who it was. You know what I'm saying? I'm looking at the number, don't know the number, don't, and all they said was, hey. I'm like, I don't know who this is. And so they sent a pic, and I'm like, bruh, okay, I'm gonna go ahead and block you.
Right.
Because I'm like, that is that supposed to tell me who you are or who you were? And I was like, all right, I'm gonna go on and block you. And they like, fat bitch. And I just laughed because I was like,
see,
I said,
the nigga audacity.
But you're the one who texts me. I said, and then my response was, so is your mama. You know what I'm saying? Because at this point, like
like you obviously wanted my fat ass, so
right. And I'm like, okay. But then after that, he said something else, and I was like, but you're the one who's sending me pictures of your ashy little. And I kind of went on. I went in a little bit. And then I chuckled and blocked him. But it was like, was I supposed to know you because you sent this picture? I'm like,
I mean, if it was ashy and little, I mean, how many you know like that?
I mean, but that's not the thing. The thing
I mean,
is,
but
like, I'll just randomly remember, like,
that's why we need to start this live.
But see, and that just tell, and then on top of that, that just
what's happening, Demetrius? Hey, Demetrius.
That just tells you, like, a lot of men.
It was a college student.
A lot of men have, they can't think past their dick, and it's so sad, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only thing that you have to offer is a dick pic. That's it. That means your mental, your anything that you could just, you don't have no cool, you don't even have like no cool ass line.
You ain't had no way to just,
you know what I'm saying? Like, you could have quoted something from the Fresh Prince. He has so many corny lines.
I noticed you noticing me. That's my favorite one. I noticed you noticing me. And I want to put you on notice that I noticed you too. Like, that's my favorite one. That's my favorite one.
That's all
I be sliding on them with that. I be sliding on them good with it. I noticed you noticing. You know, like, bruh, but come on, like,
it's crazy.
And then that's the part. It's sad because, like, not only did you like show yourself, but I'm so glad, like, I'm like not in communication with you at all because of the simple fact, like, if that's how you felt because I didn't save your number or because I didn't know who you were, like, what would have happened if we was connected or in each other's presence and I said no? You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, and those are the kind of things that, like, I start thinking about now. Like, when I'm out and about and dudes be trying to talk and I'll be like, yeah, my number, you know, and I give them a number, but might not be my number, but I give them a number.
But then
because you'll never know.
This is when you know they crazy. is when they be like, let me call it right now and make sure it's you.
Nah,
Right.
They said to me before, I said, I ain't gonna hold you. Say my number. I do not want to talk to you, but you're so aggressive in my face. I just was like, let me just something. I mean, that's all you have to say. Like, I'm like,
No.
but no, like, because I literally had just saw the video maybe a month or so ago about the guy. I don't know if you guys saw this was some years ago, but they was outside eating outside. Remember, like it was yesterday. And the guy was trying to talk to the girl. She said no. He was like, no, what you mean? No. He got a whole attitude left.
Her and her friends laughing at him?
Yeah, the friends started laughing.
Yeah.
And because she was turning him down, but he wouldn't like let up. Yep. So now the friends laughing. Now they clowning him. He goes to his car, pulls his gun out, starts shooting at him.
Start shooting at the restaurant.
Shooting at them at the restaurant.
Oh my God.
Yep.
Scary.
I remember that. I was going to bring that up. So they were sitting on the patio.
And then, you know, like living in Chicago at one point in my life, I'm so happy I'm back in the suburbs, but living in Chicago, I would go to the store, to the liquor store, to the gas station, to the grocery store, just randomly. Shit, go to the damn DMV. And a guy would try to talk to me. I say, no, bitch, you a hoe anyway. How? Mm-hmm. How am I the whore?
Right.
Because I said I didn't want to talk to you. I am confusion.
Yeah.
All the time. Like, because and it's like you're trying your best to just mind your business. You're trying your best to mind your business to you know, go about your day and do whatever it is that you're doing, and then then they interrupt your flow with their entitlement or with their attitude, thinking that that's supposed to be able to like sway you. Like, nigga, I'm tired. I just got off work. I didn't just, you know, ran errands, grocery shop, washed my car, vacuumed it out, all this, you know what I'm saying? And like, I don't want to talk to you right now. I don't want to talk to nobody. I ain't even want nobody talking to me in the car. I ain't even listen to the radio. Like, that's how much I am tired, you know what I'm saying? And so I try, you know, you try to keep it casual, you try to keep it nice, but sometimes it does get to the point where it is like, bruh, what is happening? And a lot of times, like, we look at it as the woman doing something, or the woman, you know, because it can, like, even with doing Uber and Lyft, sometimes it's uncomfortable. Yeah, you know what I'm saying? Because I can't even have on something regular. Like, one day I had on a tank and my sweater and my, you know, and I'm out here driving people around. The guy gets in the car, talking about some. So he gets in and we get to drive, and, you know, we chit chatting, and he like, oh, where you coming from? You look good. And I'm like, nowhere.
First of all, why you in my business? Why you want to know where I'm coming from?
Right.
Like, why are you in my business?
I'm taking you to
I'm like, and look, I literally said from dropping other people off. Like, nigga, I'm doing Lyft. What did you think? He like, oh, okay, I see the girls looking nice.
How you see that from my back, nigga? You got
that part. See,
X-ray vision in this bitch. Like, the fuck?
Cause I'm literally like this, leaning on my thing, like leaning on my
he
the
armrest. In the rearview mirror.
Yes.
Did he come to the front window when he was trying to verify it was you?
Or got right in the
looking
back
through that mirror.
He was, and that's what I'm like. What? I literally did 60 and a 40 to be able to drop this man off. His ride was 3 minutes up the street, and I floored it. And at one point, I hit a corner so hard, like that nigga was like, "Oh, yeah," because I'm ready to get you up out of here. And when I say I gave that nigga a 1 star, so they'll never match me with him again, because you're a creep. Right. You're the type of nigga that'll try to do something to a woman that's a driver. No, sir, you're not gonna do it to me.
I was considering doing it, and then the guy that I'm talking to was like, no. He was like, no. I'm like, what you mean? No. He was like, look, I care about you, and I think that you doing Uber and everything, or Lyft or whatever, he's like, that's all good if you want to make some extra money. He said, but I'm just, no. because you being a woman, he was like, unless you're gonna keep your gun on you at all times or something on you, he was like, no. And I was like, all right, you right.
Oh, I keep something on me.
Right. As you should. Now see, and
Okay.
that type of job wouldn't ever be for me, because he could be reaching for his stick of gum in his pocket and I'd be done shot him like, I thought you was trying to touch me. Thought you was trying to touch me.
And you know the other thing, that makes me uncomfortable sometimes is when I have, and this is not like me being racist or nothing, but a lot of times I am uncomfortable when I have a bunch of white men in my car. I'm very uncomfortable.
I'm uncomfortable around a bunch of white men on the elevator when I'm walking, baby.
One of the reasons being is because, like, when I'm in a car with a bunch, like, I might have 3 white guys in my car, and one of the things that, you know, sometimes that they always do when they get like overly friendly or they get to chuckling, they be like, ha ha, and reach over the front seat and be, don't touch me. Please don't touch me. Every time I have somebody that touch me, I 1-star them. Do not match me with this person again. I don't care if you were trying to be friendly or that you were just trying to be funny or you were just having a good time. Don't touch me.
Right.
And my sister will tell anybody under the sun that I have a real problem with people being in my personal space. Like, I don't care if we're sharing the car. Don't reach over that seat. Like, you enter, now you in my bubble.
Yep.
And now I'm finna fight you. Because you done came from the backseat into my bubble space and put your little germy ass hands on me.
Don't put your hands on me.
Right. And y'all know where their hands been at.
Right. That's the part.
And we witnessed.
Oh.
Yeah, when we was at the gas station. Baby, that lady
was in Alabama.
Or her children's hands.
We witnessed a lot of them coming out of there without washing their hands.
Push your kids from the sink where there's soap and water to go to the side to pour some hand sanitizer in their hands, my nigga. Like, how? And then how do you just get past, come out the bathroom with all 15 of your kids to go directly to the hand sanitizer? Like, I don't.
And touching stuff alone.
So they didn't want to wash their hands. They just didn't. No.
It's like, we got hand sanitizer. But you touch about 15 things before you even get to your car. Fam, like, are you serious? What do you think that's in the hand sanitizer?
That's nasty.
Man, what do you think that's in the hand sanitizer that's gonna help? You need some soap and water. Soap and aqua, my nigga. Rub that shit in. That's why COVID's still around. Oh.
I see my mama asked a question. She said to ask what she told me to yell when a stranger tried to talk to me. So when I was younger, my mama told me 2 things. If a stranger tried to talk to me, she would tell me to yell really loud, I don't know this motherfucker. Somebody come help me because I don't know this motherfucker. Like, just keep saying it over and over and over again.
Mm-hmm.
And then the other thing that she said, she told me 3 things. So the other thing she told me was if I'm ever somewhere out and I sit my drink down, just leave my drink. Never leave my drink with a friend. Yeah. Don't leave my drink with anybody. Don't let nobody buy me a drink. I got to be right there when they're purchasing it and all that other stuff. And then she said, and if ever a guy tries to talk to you and he's in the car and he don't get out, keep walking. Do not go to his car. So these are the things that my mom told me at a young age because it was still real then.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's sad that we as women have to now protect ourselves in our own space when we were supposed to at one point look at men as our protectors.
Protectors, baby.
Yes. One of the most unprotected culture is the Black woman. Like, the Black woman is the most unprotected because they see us as being so strong and so angry and all this that we should be able to handle ourselves. This is not something that we chose.
And I'm angry that y'all feel like I gotta be so damn strong.
Who wants to be strong?
I don't want to be strong all the time.
The men don't even want to be strong all the goddamn time. What makes you think the woman is? Like, stop playing with me.
protect me, make me feel like I'm safe, like make me feel like I'm going to be okay in your presence.
Yeah. Right. See. So is it I don't really when I travel with ladies, they're mostly my age, or when we go out drinking and stuff like that. But is it still the culture when you go out that you make sure each other get home safe?
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, because I get nervous when they hang out in packs, and then they were like, "All right, I'm getting ready to go." Back in my day, if she goes, we all go.
Mm-hmm.
The party was just over because we wasn't going to leave the crowd. We wasn't going to let that person leave the crowd and don't know what happens after she leave us. And we still had to make sure that we checked in, like I made it in.
Right.
And I still do that today.
Or whoever the person is that's ready to go, they just got to sit there until everybody else ready to go. And then when we all leave, then you can go. But ain't no leaving from the pack. And that's the part about me, like doing a lot of stuff by myself, even traveling by myself a lot of times. Like I be paying attention. I stop at truck stops, certain ones, because most of the time you go to a truck stop, 9 times out of 10 it's gonna be at least one old black man there. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's what I look for. Like I be like when we stopped at
that last
that truck stop on the way to Alabama, I was like, ooh, let's see before we get out. Make sure we see at least one little darky up in these parts. Cause if we ain't see it, then we was gonna keep rolling. We was just gonna have to pee on the side of the road. In the rain.
Okay.
Not in the rain.
Okay.
We're just gonna have to figure it out because like sometimes you just gotta be a little bit more mindful of where you are and who you're surrounded by. But also, like somebody said, I don't know who said it. One of the guys was like, Leo, ain't nobody finna try to snatch you up. You'd be surprised.
You would.
Okay.
I think Pablo said that.
It might have been Pablo because he was. It was him because he was like, Leo, you already look. He was like, you already look mean. He's like, ain't nobody finna try to snatch you up. First of all, I got natural resting bitch face, so.
And I do too.
But at the same time, like they might not be trying to snatch me up, but niggas love a challenge.
They do.
And sometimes like that's where you fuck around and find out. It's when you underestimate people and you think, ain't nobody finna try to. Yeah, okay.
Yep.
But I promise you, you want to see a big girl run? Let it be dark outside, and I'm on my way in the house. You're gonna get that. You're gonna get that love. You're gonna see them shoulders back.
That little track going on.
I don't care how bad my feet aching. I'm gonna put that little do that bruh man bop. You ain't finna catch me. That's all I'm saying. You ain't finna catch me. And people try it. I mean, even if they ain't trying to snatch me up, people still try to rob you. If they see you outside at a certain hour. That's why I learned my lesson.
Yeah.
This Latino man tried to follow me on the train one day when I was leaving work. I'm talking about middle of the day. I'm leaving work at 5, and he just holding this whole car. He drunk, holding the whole conversation, me asking me all these questions. And I'm like, oh, okay, all right, well, I'm going this way. Ask me where I live and everything. And I'm like, why are you all in my business, sir? He's like, I'm just seeing if we going the same way and blah, 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 blah. And I'm like, he trying to get so close to me. The closer he trying to get, the further I'm walking away, because I'm like, what are you trying? I don't know if you're going to try to tase me, stab me, whatever. I don't carry my purse on me. I have a book bag and I keep it locked around me. I don't carry nothing out. So I'm like, what are you trying to do? He's like, I'm not trying to do anything. He Latino. I can't make a Latino voice right now. I normally can. And he was like, I'm not trying to do anything.
That still sounded like a country.
Right.
He's like, mommy, I'm not trying to do nothing to you. I just wanted to get to know you. I wanted to get to know you. I just got the voice.
Like, first stop invading my space.
Chocolate thing. I'm like, why you here though? You're here. I smell the tequila off your skin.
That's the easiest way for you to get bopped.
Yep.
I started reaching. I did one of these. I keep my taser right here. I did one of these, and he was like, and he saw the black thing coming out. He said, "Oh no, I don't want no trouble. No trouble." I said, "You don't want no goddamn trouble, because I'm about to pull this taser out and put it in your throat."
Right.
I'm finna yawn, and I'm gonna slap you on purpose just because you in my bubble.
Right.
I want one of those things, them little circle things that you wear around your body to give you a boundary space.
Yeah.
I gotta find a picture.
I know what you're talking about.
Hey, Tevin. I ain't never seen you here before. Hey, Tevin.
What up?
That's my brother. That's my brother.
Hey, brother.
Hey, brother. And then I saw another guy up here. I meant to speak. Hey, Roger. Go home, Roger. Roger said, "Hey, auntie."
What up, Roger?
That's
welcome.
We're glad you're here.
Welcome, brothers.
Checking out the aunties.
Hey.
Since y'all here.
Yeah,
right.
Since y'all here.
Mm-hmm.
Got a question.
Here you go. I just found it.
All right.
It's almost like it looked like this person made it with a hula hoop.
Right.
I gotta find. Hold on, I'm finna download it. Come and talk to me.
Come on. Oh, we ain't on that.
Listen.
She was ready to go in. She thought we was in the car doing karaoke.
Look, okay.
She kept forcing that damn mic. Like,
I'm still mad that y'all didn't participate.
Like, they don't even know the whole song.
I mean, you could have just mumbled a little bit.
Oh, that's all I ever do. So
that's hilarious. Wait, it's a whole video. It is a whole video. It's not even just a thing. It is a whole video. I thought it was just a picture, but it is a whole video. Hold on, yeah, I'm trying to download it. Come and talk to me. I really want to know you.
I wanna know.
I am trying to download this picture, but anywho, we can keep the conversation going until I find the picture. But
so speaking of girls gone wild, though, when you were grown enough to hang out, what was the first craziest thing that you ever done, though?
Don't ask me no questions.
Come on, it's the after dark.
I don't do nothing.
You said what was the what?
What was the craziest thing you did? What's the wildest thing you did?
Oh, so first of all, Joanne didn't play all of that, but I stayed out with my homegirl. We out with her cousin. We go to a party we went to a house party. Her cousin was like 30 something. And we like 19. So we hanging out with her cousin. First of all, we go to this club. Her cousin gets us in the club, like, because people know her there. She like, they with me, we good, blah, blah, blah. Cool. We go in the club, we hang out at the club, we leave the club. Then we go to this house party. And the admission for the house party is either you paid to get in or you had to take a double shot of moonshine.
Damn.
I was like, all right, let's get it. Give me the moonshine. Because I ain't got no cash.
Right.
Run me the moonshine. And this way before Cash App, this way before, you could swipe the little PayPal, little situation thing.
Yeah.
So I'm like, I ain't got no cash. Give me the, the double shot. So we get to the party, we hanging out in this basement, like there's no clocks. This is like right when cell was like really becoming popular. So I'm like, I don't even think I had a phone. Either way it goes, I was out until almost 5 o'clock in the morning. My mama, I get home, she like, oh, so you think you grown? Just coming in my house at this time of night? Ain't nothing open this time of night but legs and liquor stores.
That right. Yeah.
How do you know?
Boy.
That's what I wanted to say, but
I was about to say that. I was about to say, asking her. That would have been the wildest thing. How do you know?
I did want to live to see another day, so
Right.
I didn't open my mouth. But I didn't get in trouble. But one of the craziest things that has ever happened is that this girl that I used to be friends with. You know how you be talking to your homegirls, telling them what's going on in your life, this, that, and third, or whatever. So when I lost my virginity, I told my homegirl, right? So yeah, cause I'm it's ears around. That's the only reason I'm whispering. But I tell my homegirl, and instead of like, this is the first, okay, so I'm eventually gonna tell my mama. But before I could, because old girl was mad at me, she calls my mama and told my mama my business.
What did you find?
Yeah. I wanted to, but I just stopped talking to her. I just stopped talking to her. We was never friends. After that, never had any other conversation or nothing up until like I got older, and then like she tried to become my friend again. But I was like, bruh,
I don't trust your ass no more. Like, I don't care how long ago.
At all.
Yeah, nah, trust
at all. Yeah, like it was a lot that I could not. Who is? Oh yeah. I like the emoji. But it was one of those kind of situations where like I can't even trust you no more at this point. But those is like one of the wildest, I'm gonna say, when I was like fresh out of high school kind of party situations.
Well,
there are others.
Me and my best friend threw parties. I don't think okay, so me and my best friend, well, my sister, we threw parties in high school. I want to say the only wild thing that happened was my ex-boyfriend at that time punched a hole in the wall because he got mad because I didn't want to talk to him no more.
Who was this?
My best friend, mama house. But they was moving, so it's the new people house.
Did they patch it up on me?
See, I never did the house party thing because it was too many of us.
We had house parties, baby.
I was an angel. I ain't doing nothing.
Tell us, you first off, you're an Aquarius. Ain't no way.
First of all, y'all not gonna look at the screen like this, okay? I just used to sneak home from college.
I was trying to see who this was up throwing up gang signs in the comment section. Like that's what I was trying to see.
Oh no.
That's my other brother. Okay. If you don't get off of here,
I'm like, gang,
that's my other
for
brother.
real. I was finna block him. I'm like, is this nigga worshiping the devil? What is happening?
It's just fake. Like the views of the comments do not reflect.
Man, they do not reflect. I got a family group chat. I got a family friends group chat. And I'm told everybody to tune in. And everybody drunk tuning in, apparently.
Yes,
drunk. I said, I know what that star means.
Right, now that is.
I know what all of it means. Okay, But I was like,
come through the door.
They crazy.
Who let them in the door?
Who let them in the door?
They let them in the door. Then kick the door in.
I was waiting on you at the door
and start commentating in the comments.
Listen.
I like drunk comments.
Oh yeah, said who drunk? What we drinking?
Nah, for real. What we drinking?
I got
What y'all
tequila.
drinking?
I need some more. Something higher. Oh, wait. Pause.
Something higher?
No.
She said harder.
Oh, harder.
And why you say pause? You ain't.
No. Because I know how that look and what we talking about right now.
Oh, gotcha.
Oh,
Gotcha.
because we'll go left in a minute.
Quick. You hear
Over
me?
there.
Real
Like we're
quick.
supposed to be talking about some other stuff. We
Nah,
all
for
the way on
real.
this side.
Oh, it finally uploaded. This is the personal space barrier.
Damn.
Mm-hmm.
Nah,
I
for
need
I
one of
love
real.
that.
them.
Yep.
That's exactly what I said I needed because I do be
Baby,
getting
I
tired of
need
people
one of
being in my personal
those.
space.
I look like a hula hoop and hangers.
Yep.
Hmm?
You can make that yourself though.
Nah, for real.
I know.
I need something like that, especially when I'm in the grocery store, because I don't understand I gotta. Because why are you?
This is why I say a pause. This is exactly why I say a pause.
I saw it.
My bad. Like I retract my last comment. My bad. Like
Pause it. Pause it.
So Michelle, what was your girls gone wild moment?
We had to give a girl goes wild moment.
My
Yeah.
girls gone wild moment. I was definitely at a party. And they had all these types of things to experiment. So we were experimenting.
With what?
what?
We had a whole bunch of
Not to
stuff.
laugh though. It's the laugh that keep you away.
We had a whole bunch of stuff to experiment, but eventually we came across, the drug of choice in the 90s. So we tried it, right? And we were feeling okay. We were feeling kind of nice at that particular time. Yeah, we were.
Mary Jane?
No.
Well, it had other stuff in it.
Like
that was prevalent in the 90s.
Oh yeah, I was up in Devo's pigeon coop.
Nah,
we were there. We were hanging out and everything was going well. We weren't supposed to be there because we were there after hours, so the ladies was definitely not supposed to be in that vicinity at all. But we were still risking it all, being grown and whatever. Until one of our friends, whatever they took, kicked in, and we're all the way on the top floor of the unit, and it's like the dead center of winter, so it's up in Jersey too, so it's extremely cold in the wintertime. But this dude breaks out into a sweat.
Oh hell no.
Then he begins to scream at the top of his lung, like who does that type of scream? Like maybe Will Smith or Jamie Foxx, or like a crazy wild pitch scream at like 2-3 o'clock in the morning. So
cocaine
we're like, we gonna get busted, and they about to call my mama. So
and they about to call mama too.
We look at me and my homegirl looking for a place to hide. Right now, two of us can't hide in the closet because I've always been a big titty girl with big boobs and whatever. So
come on,
we both can't fit in the closet. So I slide under the bed, and she slides under the bed. All of a sudden, he's still screaming at the top of his lungs, crazy. He hikes the window up like, I gotta get out of here. We was like, get your ass down from the window, right? Get your ass down from the window. Now, I'm under the bed crying now, right? Because I know for sure that whoever knocks on the door, they're gonna bust us. They're gonna pull us from underneath the bed. Because I'm trying to be as still as whatever, but it's not gonna work that way. But dudes finally pulled the dude from the window just in the nick of time. Sure enough, they knocked on the door like, what's going on in here? Me and my homegirl under the bed, because she slid under the bed with me. We holding our breath for dear life.
You thought they was
dear life, because we didn't.
She was about to be on. She was about to be on the '90s version of Taken.
What? Oh my God!
Right.
I was devastated. I was like crying under the bed, but still trying to be quiet. So we were able to scooch up out of there once the guy they looked around the room but did not look under the bed. That's how still we were. So as soon as they all left, we went and hit the dude's bathroom because we was in the guy's dorm. We hit the bathroom and then we slid down the back staircase to get up out of there. That's one of my girls gone wild. Yeah, so those were the
I'm trying to
days.
think of some other ones, cause bro, we used to be out here.
Mm-hmm.
Them
Okay,
was
I
the
got
days
one.
you could be out here and didn't really have to worry about.
Didn't have to.
I got one. What did I do?
I think so.
So I went to the club. And okay, I went to the club with my friend. It was one of our friends' girlfriend's birthday. And in the city, it used to be like this club that was like 3 or 4 floors, but it also had somebody on the other a party on the other side. And so you got the party on the other side that started first. So it has had this whole little ladies' night thing. It was like a little stripper dude. It was like a little stripper dude, and they was giving away free drinks. So you got like 3 free drinks, 3 shots. We drinking. It's about 5 of us girls. After that, we go to the next club. It's like 4 or 5 floors. And then after the 4 or 5 floors, we only made it to the first floor because they was doing a booty contest. And after we was doing the booty contest, I won. Okay. So then we had ended up getting like more liquor and more bottles of champagne. Me and my best friend, we leave. We gone. We leaving. We got lost going back home. We saw this big ass flag and we thought we drove to Mexico. Because it was the Puerto Rican flag. We was like in Puerto Rico town.
Yeah.
Puerto Rico town.
Or whatever they call it. It's called Humble Park.
Okay.
But they call it like Puerto Rico town. And that's what we had went.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Come on, Auntie Eugene.
Right, she the only one ain't tell no wild story.
Like you ain't never did nothing.
I haven't. Like I was a really good kid. Like
lies and deceit.
I can't remember anything that I've done. I'm so serious. Like I was a good child. Like the only thing I think I've done is sneak home from college just to kick it with my friends. But the shit that used to happen in that little circle, I'm not about to reveal that. I don't know who I can't. I plead the fifth, son.
No, my goodness. Boo.
I've been trying, like, yo, I need some ginkgo or something, because my memory on certain childhood things, I think I left it there. Like what happened in Vegas, stay in Vegas. What happened in that year, stayed there, because my shit probably come once we get up off here. I'll be like, yeah, I remember something.
No, that's all right. We're gonna have an after dark.
After dark.
We're gonna have after the show. We're gonna have an after party.
After the show is the after party.
The after party, yeah.
One of the reasons why I like the Roscoe Jenkins movie is that scene where they're frying the fish in Roscoe Jenkins. I actually lived a sort of kind of event like that. We were at a house party. The house was packed with people. And I mean, you know, from Jersey, we play all sorts of club music and stuff like that. So we were hot. We were drinking. We were the roof is on fire. So like, I mean, we were up there, you know, with our drinks, with our little smoke, everything. And we were so ready to eat that fish. And it was pretty. It looked just like on the movie. And all of a sudden, something broke out in the kitchen. Like we upstairs, we up in there like the roof, the roof. We always like, nigga, I'll fuck you up. And I was like, no, what's happening?
Michelle was like, I had my bread ready.
Exactly. So all of a sudden, like the dude just took the last piece of hot fish out. And that's like my favorite thing in the whole world to have is a hot piece of fish. Like you said, with some bread and some hot sauce.
Little
That's my
bread,
favorite.
little hot sauce.
Oh man, when I tell you I was so ready to eat because, back then when I thought I was fat, I was really skinny, and I saved my eat time for the whole party, so I was ready to eat. And all of a sudden, the dude was like, nigga, I'll fuck you up. He punches the dude. The dude ends up backing up into the whole tray of fish. And all you see is the fish on the floor.
I would have been mad as hell.
Oh, man.
I would have been
It was
picking up
a
a piece of
whole.
fish.
Straight up, like whatever was on top of what's on the floor. That
It
ain't even
was
touch
a
the floor,
whole
so that's
melee
safety.
in there
This the
because
flow. It was like these two pieces
No,
of fish. I'm gonna pick this piece of fish up. This piece of fish right
straight
here is
up.
coming with me
Like,
because it's laying on top
and you
of
gotta be
another piece
real
of
I
fish.
was,
careful because
trust
a
me,
piece of it
I
might
was
still
looking
pop.
for it, right? But then everybody jumped into the fight, because back then, one
I
person
would have
just
been
can't
so
fight.
mad.
One
I
person
would have been
can't
Yeah,
so
fight.
mad, G.
They started stepping on the
Especially if
fresh
you
fry.
drunk.
Yes,
that
because
fish
I was
fry was
drunk.
gonna
A
be
fresh
Trust me.
thing of
fine.
fish is amazing
Trust
when you're
me.
drunk.
5 second rule. Listen,
We didn't even have a chance to count the five before other people jumped
before
into the
they
fight and
start
started
jumping.
stepping on the food. I got pushed out the way. I got pushed on the couch. Oh, I
I would
was
have been
crying.
mad
I'm on the couch
as
crying because it's one of those crying, those drunk cries
I want some fish.
because I was hungry.
That's
I
some
would have
delicious, man.
Yeah, so now I eat before the party.
been mad. She said, now before I go to the party, I make sure I eat. I
Yes,
ain't
I
mad
eat
at
before the party now. Yes.
Fuji La said I would have cried.
I did
Ooh,
cry. I did because I got pushed. I got pushed onto the
Definitely would
couch.
have cried a little bit.
Yes,
Just
I
a little
was.
bit.
I
For real.
cried. I
Cause
did. I definitely cried.
mm, I would have been so mad though, cause who? Man, y'all
Yeah,
ain't that mad.
I was mad. I was mad.
Y'all ain't that mad that y'all didn't knock the food on the floor.
nah, for
Hmm.
real.
I was mad. Yes,
I
I
had to
Mm-mm.
was.
kick my ass. I was hungry, man.
Right.
It would have been another fight for that reason.
Nah, for real.
Hungry.
Listen,
Bro, they talk like
I
those
wanted
they
to.
knock
These
that
big
fish
ass
over.
dudes started jumping in on the fight, and they pushed me out the way. They pushed me onto the couch, and by that time, my liquor done kicked in. So I was
At that
definitely on
point, I
the.
would have had to try to jump and try to grab me a piece of fish as it was
Yeah,
flying.
you
They
would have been
stepped
tough.
all over the pan.
Oh, hell
It
no.
was
Oh,
no
y'all would
way
have to
that I
kick
could
my
I
ass.
could get it. It
I
hit the
was,
floor, and before I could even count to five to find out which piece I wanted. They came into the kitchen, jumped in the fight. They stepped all over the food
oh,
and
how big it.
pushed the girls out the way. We landed on the couch.
Ah, big
I
it.
would have been mad as hell.
So I was over there drunk crying.
Nah, for real.
Mm-mm. Well, look, I got a surprise for y'all.
What's that?
Ooh, what is
We got
it?
a good kiss. We got a
What?
good night kiss. We got a good night kiss.
All right
So we
now.
gonna
My heart
get into
swelling in
it.
my headphones.
We Yes, we gonna get into that good night kiss. And then we
Do
gonna
it.
give y'all a good night kiss because we on auntie time. We done talked about what we gonna talk. Oh, let me give y'all some steps to prevent sexual assault. That was what I'm supposed to have been doing over here. Give y'all some best ways to prevent sexual assault from occurring. So, number one, avoid hazardous situations. Number two, communicate your limits clearly. Be clear. Don't be like, no, okay, but no.
Yeah.
Like, don't do all that.
You better knock if you
Communicate
butt and be
clearly.
like, get the fuck off
Get
of
your
me.
ass away from me.
That part.
Communicate clearly
Say it
and be
loud.
assertive. That's number four. Wait, that's number three. Be assertive. Be assertive. Number four, trust your instincts. Like, if you feel in your gut and in your heart that this ain't, like this ain't what it is, and I don't feel right, or I feel nervous, or I'm scared, trust your instincts. Like, make sure that you are trusting your instincts, because the minute you do not trust your instincts, you got yourself and life fucked up, because your instincts are one of the things that protect you the most. And then number 5, respond physically. If somebody tries to do something to you, do not sit there and just bow out gracefully. No, you respond. You fight, you put up a fight, you do what you can in order to make sure that you are not assaulted. Another way to prevent sexual violence: know that silence does not equal consent. So if a woman, guys, this is for you too. If a woman is silent and she never says yes, that does not equal consent. So do not ever think that her silence means yes. Don't blame rape victims for violence perpetrated against them. And then take responsibility for your own sexuality. Don't let it be defined by your partner, the media, or anyone else. You are the captain of your ship. So there's that. And there is those. So we can prevent sexual assault.
Yeah.
Because we do not want to be the perpetrators of anything that could potentially hurt someone else when we are trying to navigate these dating streets. And that's the hard thing to do these days. So make sure y'all follow them rules so y'all can stay y'all asses out of trouble. All right?
Thanks.
But we're going to get into this goodnight kiss, and then we're going to give y'all a goodnight kiss, and we're going to be about this thing. All right? Okay? All right. Here we go.
It's time for your goodnight kiss with your man in mouth on the Fangirl Chronicles edition. We're going to get into this one by Jazzy, and she calls this one Favorite Shirt. Right here on your goodnight kiss.
And it was you that said you couldn't do this, but you're still in my favorite shirt. Favorite shirt. I've been thinking about it. Do you throw it on you when you sleep tonight? I got all this money, know I could buy a lot of Fendi, but that new edition was different. And I know you got your waiter, take you waiter, you call your waiter, move some things to get your way. Oh, you gifted, I slept on it. This took a minute, now I don't want it. I don't know it. I don't know. Sad thing is, we didn't know what we had until it's gone. Maybe this is good for us.
Yes, indeed. It's definitely time for your goodnight kiss. And I definitely want to make you feel good tonight. So why not get into it, Mr. Kaleem Taylor? And he calls this one Void from your album of the week, Amber. Right here with your man in mouth.
Still tryna feel this void though. Back again, damaging, crash again. I'm still tryna avoid all this emptiness. Careful, it's so dangerous. Yes, it is. Take away everything, replace it, it's like amazing. Take away everything, yeah. Still tryna avoid all that humbleness, struggling, can't pretend yourself. You got doesn't matter how many times I try. Everything I try is not working. I wonder if the just will ever die, or will I die with this? It doesn't matter how many times I try. Everything I try is not working. I wonder if the just will ever die, or will I die with?
Yes, indeed, yes, indeed. Go end it with Mr. Kareem Taylor and Void. Right here, you get Night Kiss with the Fat Girl Chronicles After Dark Edition. It's been your boy, The Mouth. I just want to let you know, man, life is life, love is love. And good night.
You better give us a kiss then.
Ain't that
He said,
like he put an extra berry on that voice on the good night kiss.
That was dope. We was waiting for that. We've been waiting for that.
He promised.
He did.
On his promise.
See?
He definitely kept his promise. And we hadn't had one all season, so it was
right.
We was overdue. So listen, y'all, the aunties, we ready to go rub our feet together and watch a little TV before it's time for us to go to bed. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know about y'all, but Auntie Lee already go rub her feet together. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
A little blanket.
I did say that I was going to flash everybody on the pod today. Because it was Girls Gone Wild. So
Cause wait, I'm up here like
you see, I was like, what happened?
It was about to go.
But we gotta remember this the woman who said she was moving to DC and then, then waited 2 days later to tell everybody it was April.
2 days later.
I mean, it's still April.
Man.
This
and I got excited for real though.
Listen, because I love DC.
I love
right.
DC.
I knew it was a joke. Ayla knew it was a joke.
That's because I was in the car with them while
she was in the car with us.
All them congratulations and everything.
Man, that's why I had to turn the comments off. I'm like, oh. And then because I turned the comments off, I started getting DMs. I'm like, oh shit. I'm like, okay, go ahead and tell somebody.
See?
Believable because yeah, it's possible.
Because you acting like you don't be, like you innocent though.
I am.
No.
Oh shit.
Oh.
No, I don't think so.
Hold on. Don't do that.
Flashing light.
Actually, I stole this flashlight. I gotta get it back to bug. Oops.
Not you out here stealing flashlights.
It's nice.
What the fuck you stealing boxes for? But we about this thing, y'all. We thank y'all for tuning in with us. We hope that y'all enjoyed this conversation. We're going to continue to dive into more things like this for our next episode, talking about being catfished. We're going to talk about being catfished next in 2 weeks on the Fat Girl Chronicles. We're going to dive into that and what that looks like and how that can lead to some type of sexual assault sometimes. Yeah. But again, it's Sexual Assault Prevention Month, and we are talking about that here with the Crazy Rich Aunties. And then make sure you check out PGC After Dark on all social media platforms and everything, because you can check us out and participate in our post and reels and all that kind of stuff. So keep watch. And if there's something that you would like to hear the aunties discuss or just add more topics about, you can send us an email at pgcafterdark@gmail.com. Make sure you connect with us. And if you got some music that would be beautiful for our goodnight kiss, make sure you send that in to us as well. All right. It's been your aunties. You got Auntie Leo, Auntie Ayla, Auntie Jen, and Auntie Michelle up in this thing. Y'all know what I say. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and for the rest of the week, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole ass. All right, y'all. We up out this thing. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. And we want to thank y'all for tuning in. We out.
Trust. Dependency. Love. Respect. Passion. Pain. Intimacy. Pleasure.
I sit here stuck inside my head, remembering you and I analyze all those things you said.